what I want to grill you on here is some of the social stuff that you're doing. Because if you do a co-op, well, you can take care of the paid stuff as a team. But this is interesting to me, and I think it's a huge area for a lot of people to. The great thing about it is if you do something that's free that works, well, there's no risk involved. So why not start there? And number two, it's interesting to me because there's this huge shift, there's this huge trend of more people wanting to learn these sorts of things. So if you become the person that can teach a person those sorts of things, well, you become a more attractive person to work with. So it's interesting to me. I haven't delved into Craigslist and things like this, so that's one of the questions I want to ask you is, let's start there. Craigslist. You guys are using Craigslist. I have no idea how you use Craigslist to generate leads. What are a couple tips, insights from in the streets that you could give people for getting leads using Craigslist?
Well, one of the major things to getting ads posted on Craigslist massively is to use an automated tool. There's just no way that you can do it with Craigslist with their guidelines and things like that manually, to post one ad and things like that. You got to use an automated tool, and this type of tool will keep your ad posted for up to like 30 and 45 days, where most people realize that, once your ad has been up for about 24 hours, other people's more recent ads pushes your ad down to the next page. So it sticks on the first page for about, 30 days, which is huge. So I don't know if you wanted me to go into what the tool is. Do you want me to do that?
I mean, go ahead. I don't know about it.
Okay, well, there's a tool that's called Admaster, Admaster, Admaster. And Admaster, you purchase the tool. It's not a monthly thing. You just purchase it one time. It is a downloadable software that, just sits on your computer, and you click on the icon and load it up when you're ready. And it allows you to create campaigns, so to speak, inside of that tool, and you plug in all the information one time. So, for example, Craigslist wants so many different email accounts. So what you'll have to do is create different Gmail accounts, and you just copy and paste them in there. Let's say you got 50 Gmail accounts, just copy and paste them inside, the email area. Then it will ask you, there's a section in Craigslist where you have to give what is the compensation. So, for example, on some of my Craigslist ads, I would have $75K to $95K.
So you're basically a job posting.
Yeah, in the sales area.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right. And so you're doing that, but everything that you're doing, you just you put everything inside of the software itself, so that all you literally have to do is hit post, and it will post all of your ads, in order to Craigslist, and you could literally do like 1,000 a day, and it just does it in the background on your computer. In addition, there is a tool called Capture Hawk, because Craigslist, every time you post, it makes you fill out that capture code. So there is a service called Capture Hawk that you pay like $25 for so many, I think like 1,200 Capture Hawk readings. And what happens is, as your Admaster is running and posting your ads, when it gets to the point where it's asking for the capture code, Capture Hawk clicks in, and a physical person sitting in an office somewhere over in that company types in the capture code that pops up on the screen. So you could literally put this thing on and, go to California, and when you come back, all of your ads will be posted up because you don't even have to touch it. And I generally post something to my blog every single day. Sometimes it's videos, sometimes it's articles, sometimes it may be audio, sometimes it may be a question, just whatever is on my mind for that day is pretty much what goes on my blog. And that's what your blog is for. It's like home base. It's like your house, and people getting to see about you. So
absolutely,
that's one of the main places.
Cool. So MLM is easyonline.com.
Yes.
Check her out, follow her, study her. Now, let's go back to social media.
Okay.
What are some of the, if we put the 80-20 rule to what we're going to talk about in the remaining portion of our little discussion here, what's the 20% that's bringing you the best results in terms of traffic, leads, and people that, say, hey, this Tracey lady really knows what she's doing, and I want to get involved with her. Where are you finding the best people per your time involved, and what are some of the strategies you're using to do that?
Okay. By far, the top 3 places, that's what you mean, like where am I getting the leads, and then what am I doing to get them?
Yeah, just kind of like everyone, I ask because I want to know, and I know that everyone that's going to listen in is going to want to know as well. So. Okay.
Looking at my my tracking and the conversion rates of where people come from, the top 3 places that I get my leads from are YouTube, which is number 1. Number 1 is YouTube. Number 2 would be Facebook, and then number 3 is MySpace. Consistently. After that falls in line like my blog and then my free report and then some other stuff that's going on out there. But the top 3, every single day, I'm getting leads from YouTube, Facebook, and MySpace consistently. So the first thing I recommend is that if you have not already set up, an active YouTube channel where you've got a few videos up, that's kind of the angle that you need to go. The other thing is that you want to make the channel itself kind of make it concise. Like you don't want to have all of your personal interests and your kids' dance recital and then your network marketing and all of that on one YouTube channel. So I see a lot of that, too, and people say, well, I'm not getting really a good response. They've got too much going on in one location, so I have them to break it up. So have a personal YouTube channel with all that stuff if you want, but your network marketing channel you want to keep reserved where when people subscribe to that channel, they're subscribing because they're interested in network marketing. So give them what they want, just more of that. And I don't mean like don't put any, like when it asks for favorite, doesn't mean if you like Charlie Brown to not put Charlie Brown up there. It just means don't be so overly with Charlie Brown when it's a network marketing channel.
So it sounds like you had someone that was overly Charlie Brown.
Well, more so on MySpace. I see a lot more on MySpace. People say, hey, well, could you look at my profile, my page, and see if everything is okay. I had one team member that said, no matter what, and it's a guy, he goes, no matter what I have on here, I always have women that, want to date me on here. So I said, well, I wonder what you're doing. So I said, okay. I went and I looked, and although his page was very professional and the words that he used had nothing to do with women, the choice that you have to add an audio to your page, his song that he had on there was something about, the kind of man I am or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I said, well, that's part of it because, more or less we're lazy as people. So when they go to your page, they're listening before they're reading. And therefore, you're attracting the people that are listening to the song. So I think if you either take the song off or change it to more of a, business, something where maybe somebody's reading a quote or some type of audio of, self-improvement or something, then maybe you would get a different response. And immediately upon him changing that, he saw a completely different market of people that was being attracted to his site.